On first down, he'll drop to throw.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Kevin Winston.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings?
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Mack Wilson coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd down and 10. Ward. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3. Maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early game.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The Dolphins at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
On play action, they'll throw.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You talk about this Titan defense.
They've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Cougar 19. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Dragon 60.
They'll look to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Titan football.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
A gain of 12. And the Titans 1st down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, Titans in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On the ready.
They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
19, 18. Traffic. Left it. 19 right. Yep.
To throw, here's Ward. That's caught. It's a rookie from Alabama. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Cowboys, Cup 19. Cup 19.
Throwing is Ward. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
1st and goal, Tennessee.
Ready, ready.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Cam Ward, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Dragon 60. 19 tight, 19 tight.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
18, Pioneer. Here we go. 65 catch, 65 catch. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not many blues just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a fourth down.
DK to return. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
Over first and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On second down, they'll run it here. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now this throw deep for Kraft. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard.
Well, soul-searching now? I would say so. They need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Second and 1. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. A missed his passes thus far, that's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those like mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
concrete.
Toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back. 19, 18, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
On the RPO, he'll keep touchdown from 8 yards out. And the Dolphins are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Oh, the snap, a poor one, and this is blocked.
And it's usually not a good thing when we start talking about the long snapper, but it was his error that led directly to that block. If this operation is cleaner, we're probably talking about a different outcome.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead.
He's to the 15.
Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 74 yards.
And the Titans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
Ready?
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Bronco 80. Ready, ready.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Pushing his way through. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
That's complete with Zay Flowers with it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And this game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just play not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Hands it off out of the gun.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready? 70 Lions. Dragon 6, 19, 18, Pioneer.
Now Ward.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As his guys were able to push that lead out a bit further. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Buffalo 18, 60 Eagles. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
49-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Throw caught by Ochamp.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. 30 yards.
And the Dolphins get a bit closer.
The extra point splits the uprights. And that makes it 24-13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Ready? Panther 6.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
60 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd down and 6 now.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
19, Tiger, 19.
Throwing now, Ward.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick.
And the Dolphins are right back in this football game.
That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
Got it. Ready?
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Ready? 18 card.
They'll set up a throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Check smash. Check smash. Cowboy 80.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing middle, and complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Titans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Looking to put a drive together.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it.
A big play there. 43 yards.
And the Titans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters, and this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth, but a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Straight.
They'll run for it with Achane.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get it to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown.
Devon Achane, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The fourth quarter touchdown there, back to a two-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard
Ready.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I put the word big in capital letters here. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
121 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Down right around the 25.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
70 Lions.
So it's a win here for the Titans, and it was thanks in part to the play of their third-year quarterback.
Yeah, he was definitely the X factor. He had 3 touchdown passes, ran for another, and really had this defense grasping for straws throughout much of this ball game.
So for Tennessee,
the loss would have really hurt, but as it stands,